Hmm? Okay. What's this? Well, guess I get better review it. Hey guys, ProtoMet here, and in today's episode, we'll be talking about Hulk versus Wolverine. Let's get into it. Film starts in the midst of things with Wolverine waking up in the middle of a crater, wondering just what happened. And then Hulk shows up, and then he remembers. Cut to 4 hours earlier, when Wolverine finds himself in a wrecked town with a Canadian general asking him to find the thing that did this to the town. So Wolverine gets dropped into the wilderness in pursuit of the Hulk, who he tracks via his scent and radiation. And while searching for Big Green, he happens upon some shirtless guy just cowering in the woods. And he goes to help, but then he realizes, wait, you're that thing. You smell like that thing. So then he starts antagonizing the guy who's like, no, just leave me alone. Please, leave me alone. And then the guy, of course Bruce Banner, turns into the Hulk and begins fighting with Wolverine, and it does not go well. And that's where we come into the movie. Now, around this time, Wolverine gets knocked out and begins having flashbacks to the time he was kidnapped and forced into the Weapon X program, including the adamantium being bonded to his bones and, well, just in general torture and stuff, until he finally managed to escape. He then continues his fight with Hulk until they both get a whole bunch of tranquilizers shot into them by the Weapon X agents. Sabretooth, Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, and Deadpool, who adds a much needed comic relief to this film, I must say. Anyway, Logan wakes up in the Weapon X facility with the doctor he amputated the arm of back in the day. And they're planning on brainwashing Wolverine to work for them, and also planning on brainwashing Hulk into working for them as well. Now, during all this, the Weapon X graduates, I'll call them, are secretly plotting. Though we don't find out until they actually murder the professor. Not Professor Xavier, some other professor. He's just called Professor in the credits. So anyway, they kill the professor, and then they go Lady Deathstrike and Sabretooth begin attacking Wolverine, who uses this to an advantage to actually get away. And actually manages to find Bruce Banner, who's also been captured, like I said. And so he gets him out, but because of whatever drugs are in his system, he's mad, but he can't change. So Wolverine, in an attempt to entice him into changing into Big Green, stabs him with his claws. Ouch! So the fighting ensues. Omega Red and Lady Deathstrike come up. Wolverine manages to defeat Lady Deathstrike. Or no, wait. I think Wolverine manages to defeat Lady Deathstrike by severing her cyborg arms, and Omega Red is there. He gets defeated. Deadpool, Sabretooth tries taking the Hulk head on inside the Weapon X facility. He winds up in the woods, probably a mile away. Shows how well that worked out for him. This forces Deadpool, the comic relief of the film, to actually have to kind of side with Logan in hopes of not dying. He gets pummeled. And as a result, and Hulk just goes into this big room and pulls out this big mechanism or some such, and just wrecks the facility. And basically just causes the entire building to come crashing down upon itself, leaving. And Wolverine gets knocked out of the building when Hulk swings the mechanism at him, and Wolverine winds up landing near Sabretooth, who is still unconscious, thankfully. This then after the collapse of the facility, Hulk and Wolverine resume their fight as the credits roll, leaving not really too much of a clear winner. But that leads us to the post-credits sequence, in which something digs itself out of the rubble of the Weapon X facility. It's Deadpool! Yay! You can tell I like him. He's alive! And then Hulk lands on him before jumping away. Well, that's Hulk vs. Wolverine. Pretty darn good movie. I strongly suggest you go check this thing out. But you know what else I strongly suggest you go check out? Tank's review of Hulk vs. Thor over on his channel. This is me, ProtoMet. See ya.